Brine.
Hello, Azeem. It's a horror show, isn't it? What you're describing. You were asked earlier about this issue in Yorkshire and other clubs. It's come up in different questions. Is it an issue in other clubs? And you said without question. Without question, you said. I don't suppose many of the other counties will be looking forward to this exchange, but I'm not asking you to name names, but I'm asking you to name counties. You've put yourself out there, and by doing so, you then attract attention, wanted and unwanted. You also become a place around which people can feel they can talk. Have other players from other counties been in touch with you to say, yes, this is exactly what I'm experiencing too. I thought it was just me. I thought I was blowing it out of proportion. Some of the stuff you've said to us this morning. You said it's without question a problem anywhere else, so can you tell the committee about that? Where?
Yeah, look, I've had messages from people who have played at Leicester. I've had messages from a guy who played at Middlesex. I've had messages from people who played at Nottinghamshire. So I've had messages from quite a few. Some people obviously are still pretty scared for them to talk about it. Some still say, should I have called it out? Is it racism? I don't know. I think the one recurrence is the word "Paki" was used a lot. Right. I think that the gentleman that spoke recently about after 9/11 being called a bomber. Maurice Chambers spoke out from Essex yesterday about misfielding in fielding drill and saying it's just a black thing. Eat this banana, you fucking monkey. Stuff like that. It's pretty clear it's there. Some people are still pretty scared, and they are at the really early stages of their career.
So some people are pretty scared, but some people are on an earlier stage of the journey. You know, you said, is it just bullying? You know, am I blowing it out of proportion? And then eventually you realised what it was. So do you find that you've become a bit of a mentor to others then, who are saying, you know, maybe it's just bullying, maybe I've got this wrong? Are you then able to talk to them and say, well, does it sound familiar? Is it eerily familiar, the thing you're hearing from those clubs you've mentioned?
I want to become the voice for the voiceless. I want to try and help people that are suffering this without it getting to a point where it's got for me. I want to help young players coming in the game, getting them ready for the challenges, but actually counties to change their environments and cultures so these people can achieve their dreams. My dream, I wasn't able to achieve it. I've tried to stay away throughout the process in talking about my cricket, but it was, I think with the stats and stuff around 2017, it was pretty clear that I had the ability and with my captaincy skills to go right to the top, but these instances, these experiences really weighed down on me, and I think the last 15 months will show that I can deal with a lot from the outside, but when it's the inside, it eats me and it kills me. Some of the things that have hurt me the most has been the PCA, who I thought would be in my corner, certain members of the South Asian community. So I think it's important that now that I have been brave or stupid, whatever you want to call it, to stand up to an institution and hold them to account, I want to try and help the young lads who are wanting to achieve their dreams prepare better, but hopefully we can actually get the institutions to change so they don't have to, they can be respected.
So then on that thought, you gave the stats earlier about the youth game into the professional game, and they're striking, aren't they? They don't lie. Obviously, there's a tragedy for all those individuals who don't go from playing pretty good youth cricket, showing great promise in practicing, to playing professional game, and they've missed out on that. But so have you, right? Cricket is not my game. I don't know a lot about the game of cricket, but I know you were a good cricketer. So what does the England cricket club, the England cricket team, for instance, what have they missed out on from not having your services and not having the services of all those thousands of other young boys and girls who maybe have been put off and not gone through to play and achieve their potential? What have we missed out on? How many more Ashes might we have won?
A hell of a lot of talent, a better representation of the country. I think missed out on a lot, really, to be honest. There's a lot of cricketers, a lot of Asian cricketers that have been subject to this, and not just Asian, black cricketers as well. I think the representation of black cricketers within professional cricket right now is actually worrying from where it was. And I think the game, ECB, really needs to look at that and start doing something tangible to make them changes, as opposed to some PR initiatives.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to come back to the personal finally, but just because I was asking you about other county teams, and you've become a rallying point for people to contact you, and you named a few counties from which people have contacted you. Have young people in other sports been in touch with you to say they recognise what you've said?
Not young people. I've had people from other industries in different lines of work. I got an email from someone who works in for a big utility company, and the similarities were just same. It was all just the same, but I've not had young people from other sports.
What about other sports, men and women playing elite sport?
No, it's not something I've not heard from other sports. But like I said, I don't know how big the story has been, or people are aware of it in other sports. I know when I was playing cricket, I didn't really know about anything else that was going on in the world.
So then, finally on that, and you may not find this easy to answer, but I'll ask it anyway. You're obviously quite an emotional person. You've been through an emotional time, and I don't blame you. It's emotional listening to your evidence this morning, and I think my colleagues would all concur with that. You've spoken a number of times about it was your dream and your family's dream for you to play this game. So growing up in Barnsley, what would you say to 10, 11-year-old boys in Barnsley and girls in Barnsley today, hearing this, reading this, who might have that same dream and whose family might have that same dream for them? What would you say to them?
This is why where we've got to is quite difficult, because I can't even imagine as a parent hearing me speak now why I would ever want my kids to go anywhere near the game, and I don't want my son to go anywhere near cricket. But I think this is where it's the ECB and the counties to show that they can actually use this as an opportunity for the change, and get them parents to understand and show them that we've messed up, but we're going to do this, this and this, and make sure it doesn't happen to your kid. But as a parent, if I was a parent, I would say keep an eye on your kids, keep an eye on them, because this is reality. As a parent, I would not let my kid go there and just leave them at the hands of these people, because I think it's pretty clear in professional sports and other issues as well. People go from playing to coaching, and they're handed responsibility for kids, and they just do not know how to behave in front of kids.
You obviously have a love-hate relationship with the game, but it was struck when you said Yorkshire's still my club, and it's still your game, isn't it? So